If not, I'm glad I'm telling you that at the very basic, we are made of cells. Okay, I'm not giving a lecture about biology, but this is simple. We are made of cells, okay? And every single cells in our body, they need some nutrient on a daily basis. And they need to be protected so they can carry out their function. So now we're not really functioning at a cellular level. The cells, they organize themselves into another level, we call it tissue. And the tissues, they will organize themselves to create organs. We have a heart. The heart is made of tissues. Those tissues are made of cells. So that's the third level of organization. And then all the organs, they're gonna group together to carry out a specific function in the body, like your respiratory system. It's made of organs like your lungs, okay? That system carries a very specific function in our body, which is to bring oxygen. Somebody was disturbing me with a call. Anyway, so I gave you an example. The respiratory system has a very specific function, bring in oxygen, take out carbon dioxide. We have at least around 11 systems in our body. Each one of them carry a specific function, and all these functions carried out sustain our life, our health. Now, among those 11 systems, there is one that plays a key role, and it is to protect the rest of the body. Just imagine our body being a country with several departments. One of the things that would give everybody peace of mind is to know that we are well protected. Intruders cannot come and do whatever they want to our country. Same thing for our body. All the systems will function properly when the protection system, the protective system, is in place and working properly. In our body, we call that system the immune system. You probably have heard a lot about the immune system in the wake of COVID-19. I'm speaking French right now, sorry. COVID-19. You probably heard people who for some reason have a weak immune system, they are more prone to develop the worst condition in terms of COVID-19. People with a solid immune system, they resist. They can fight off. The immune system, we are born with it, and it's designed in our body to protect and help us heal, because the human body can self-heal. Now, since we were born, everything that we do, the food that we eat, where we work, the environment, our activities, they all work to weaken our immune system. And most of the chronic conditions that people are facing in this life, they have something to do with the immune system. It's either the system is weakened enough, is too weak to help us fight and heal, it gives in, we start developing chronic condition. On the other hand, the immune system sometimes go havoc, attacking other organs that if it fails to identify as part of the whole body. So we have not been paying enough attention to our immune system. The message tonight through Hemohim is an opportunity for us to take back control of our life and our health by making sure that the immune system in our body has all the tools that it needs to help us heal and protect us. That is exactly what Hemohim is doing in anyone's body when you use it. Let me go back and give you a little bit of a history about the development of this product. It is one of the rare of few, if not the only one, natural product supplement that is backed by a government. The South Korean government, you should have heard about them. They were one of the countries that has some control over COVID-19 because they are very systematic in whatever they do. So when they started to develop nuclear energy, they created a lot of nuclear plants where they engage, they hire among the most famous scientists on the world. So these scientists, because they were working in an environment filled with radiation, radiation is very bad for our body because it does attack our immune system and weaken it. And when our immune system is weak or under attack, we may develop cancer, we may develop chronic condition, real diseases because there is no protection. Now, the government decided they wanted to tackle the issue, not by the conventional way. Like whenever somebody is experiencing cancer, what do? In conventional medicine that I practice, they give radiation or chemo. Now, the government of South Korea said, we're gonna go back to Mother Nature because we believe nature has the answer for our struggles. So they hired a group of 15 PhD scientists with their team, and they gave them the mandate to go into nature to gather all the fruits, the roots, the flower, whatever they could find with some medicinal virtue. They said, find something to stop the bleeding at our centers. So these scientists, they went to work. They spent 8 years collecting over 1,000 variety of plants, of fruits, everything. The government of South Korea invested the equivalent of $5 million US. Eventually, they came up with a product which we have here, Hemohim, and the name was coined. Hemo means hemoglobin, which relates to our blood. This is our blood. Him in Korean means strength. And it's also an acronym standing, each letter stands for something. H stands for hematopoesis. That's a technical term, just means production of blood or blood cells. I stands for immunity, and M stands for modulation. So the government of South Korea wanted to find something that could modulate the immune system. When we say modulate, that means bring it to normal level. If it's too weak, most of the time with chronic condition, when you take Hemohim, it has the ability to bring back up your immune system within normal functioning range. On the other hand, we know a lot of people are suffering from what we call autoimmune diseases, where the immune system blindly turns against other organs in the body. You know what? This miraculous product can also go into our body, serve as a shield to protect those organs against the attacks from the immune system. And by doing so, those organs can go back to doing their job, the job they were designed to perform in our body. To give you a simple, common example, diabetes type 1 is known as an autoimmune disease where the immune system, for some reason, we're still working on finding why, is attacking the pancreas, which is the organ in our body responsible to produce insulin to balance our level of sugar. Now, somebody with type 1 diabetes or any type of diabetes, you take Hemohim, you know what it's gonna do? As I just said, it's gonna serve as a shield to protect the pancreas against the attacks from the immune system. And by doing so, the pancreas can get relief and go back to its normal role, which is to produce insulin. It's not an overnight fix. When you need overnight fixes, you know where to go. You take some pills. But I usually say the pills, they're good, but they come with some side effects that we don't want. Now, Hemohim has that ability when we swallow it. It's a swallowable pouch. You swallow it, it goes straight into what we call our bone marrow. That's the organ in our body responsible specifically to form red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Now, Hemohim stimulates naturally the bone marrow to produce and put out in circulation enough of those cells, which are the basis of our life. We need red blood cells to carry oxygen everywhere. And I was just talking about protecting our body. The white blood cells are the soldiers. They are responsible to run surveillance around the body, identify the intruders and attack and put them under control. When anybody uses Hemohim, it does at least 3 things in our body. First, as I explained, it goes to the bone marrow, stimulates it naturally to put out enough red white blood cells. Second, it activates a specific group of white blood cells. They are called NK cells in English, which means natural killers. Those cells, they run surveillance in the body, and they identify any intruders and attack them and send signals so the whole system can attack and destroy those intruders. Every single day in our life, we produce at least 500 cancerous cells. We produce normally at least 500 cells that may turn into cancer. Thanks to those NK cells, they identify and neutralize those cells. Now, imagine what happened in our body when you take Hemohim and Hemohim activates those NK cells. We are under full protection. So I'm talking here about what I call the product of this century. Not only it's totally all natural with little to no side effects, but anybody who give himself or herself a chance by trying this product, you will be amazed to feel and see the changes that this product can bring into your body. Because, hear me, everything that we really need to do to make sure we stay healthy is to feed, to boost our immune system. As long as our body protection system is well working, the rest is history. Everything goes smoothly when we are well protected. When you feel protected, your life is way much better than anytime before. So Hemohim is the product that should be in the hand of every single human being. 6 years and older, the research show that it's safe for us to take, and it works great things in our body. I don't want to go into too many details and I can go on and on all night long, but I wanted to give you that brief, basic presentation understanding the role of the immune system in our body and how Hemohim get into play to boost, to balance that immune system and make sure that everything runs properly in our body. I think I'm gonna stop right here, and I'm ready to take any question if you have any question about what I just did.
Dr. Tervelt.
Yes.
As your usual self, you have delivered beautifully. So congratulations. I only can quickly add that this product is actually patented all over Asia, in Europe, and as we speak, I hold in my hands the copy of the US patent. And allow me to quickly tell you the introduction, what is written in the introduction of the document that has been handed to the FDA, and they have approved it. Herbal composition, talking about Hemohim, with anti-cancer activity, immune system response, hematopoesis, and the protecting of the body against oxidative stress. The CEO of this company was trying to explain in vivid terms the pro-immune system attributes of this product for the history books. He said, when we lose a parent after 3 or 4 days, if you go back to the cemetery, the person will already gone into what we call the decomposing process. In other words, the dead body smells because it's deteriorating. What is the reason why? It's because from the time that we are pronounced dead by a doctor, the immune system goes north and we go south. So when you're drinking this amazing product for the history books, a product that bears upon the confession of Dr. Artevel Pierre Jerome, it will take another century for us to say another thing like that. What the product does, it postpones the imminence of death. In other words, it pushes death away. Guys, we call it the elixir of life. So we are inviting everybody here to take the initiative to take this amazing product into your daily consumption, because it can make the difference between longevity and a premature death. In a very short cut of phrases, the Dr. Artevel, in a very eloquent manner, has given a synopsis of what this product is all about. Mr. Atomali, the floor is yours.
Thank you. And in case anybody doesn't know who this man that was speaking, he is the gentleman that brought me into this organization 3 years ago. Little did I know what we had. Medical questions. I know that we do have, actually, I have a question for you. We have one party here, and they have a family member who is, I believe, had melanoma in her back, and is now, and she had that all removed, but some of it may have spread.
Coming back, okay. Let me be clear. What's the goal is with Hemohim. Eugene just read the patent that was given to the product in the US after the FDA received the result from research that was conducted in South Korea. In South Korea, they have an agency that is the equivalent of the FDA. Actually, it's called the South Korean FDA. So after they run all the tests and the researches, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So after they run all the researches and tests in their country, they brought the result to the FDA. And scientists with scientists, they looked at the result and they gave them the patent authorizing them to commercialize the product here in the US. And in their own words, they said that this product has anti-cancer activity and properties. Now, we have to be very careful because of legislation, medical legislation. We cannot talk about Hemohim as a cure for cancer. No, it's a natural supplement that has the ability to boost your immune system. And by doing so, we know a strong immune system helps us fight off anything, including cancer. Having said that, I would strongly recommend that the friend you mentioned start ASAP taking Hemohim. I have my own aunt. She lives in New York. She was diagnosed. And I talked to her like for several days. I didn't want her to go and have chemo, but she's a nurse, retired nurse. She decided to go. She had a lump removed. She had radiation. And I still encourage her to take the product. She was also diagnosed with some kidney failure, okay? And after 3 months of taking the product, she called me and she said, my kidney problem was at a stage 3. After 3 months taking Hemohim, I went back to my doctor. It is now downgrade to stage 1. So this product, Hemohim, as I said, will work miracles in our body. I would recommend that your friends start taking this product ASAP. Now, it's just a supplement. You don't have to be sick to take it. Twice a day, 1 packet. It's a supply for a month. But if you already have something like a cancer, we recommend 4 to 6 packets a day. And I personally recommend a strong, aggressive start. 6 packets a day, at least for a month, until we can control the monster. And you can go back gradually to the maintenance level. But to start off with somebody afraid of seeing his or her cancer coming back, which is the trend normally with cancer, they will come back. That person needs to start 6 packets of Hemohim a day, and I would recommend at least a month so we can tackle the monster in the body.
Thank you. That was a great one. Anybody else have a question? Let's all not speak at once. You can also use the group chat and also message